information is this, Madam Chair, through you to Ms. Fields and the council. This was on committee. I'm trying to be polite and not name who wasn't here. That was the time to ask questions.
Point of order, Madam Chair. My point of order is Mr. Mays is violating an agreement we made regarding stopping certain repetition behavior in the seminar. So the point of order is he's violating that.
May I proceed? Through you to Ms. Fields. Any agreement that I made in a seminar ain't gonna hold me binding. I'm telling you, in a seminar and council meeting, when you move, I move. When people attack me, I attack back. So for the record, all seminar agreements is off. Interrupt me, please, about a seminar agreement, because I think all kind of things happened last week when you was chairing, and that agreement was broke first by you. For the record, in my mind. Now, let me proceed. I'm trying to be nice, quick, and in a hurry.
City can do with these properties once they get them.
Thank you.
Yep.
All right, that's all I had on that one.
and-
My other,
Point of information.
there we go.
Point of information. You remember who told you no policy was in place?
I don't. I was specifically not the person that asked that question. Is there a policy that we're not aware of, Mr. Mays?
I can assure you.
Okay.
Yeah, I can assure you, and we'll show it to you and give you a copy.
Yes, we'd appreciate that.
Do I still have the floor?
Mr. Murphy, I'm going to say this to you. A point of information and a point of order is always in order. And if you're going to make a big deal about it as you start to serve on this council, you'll make a mockery out of it. This is Robert's rules, it's law. A point of information and point of order is always in order. In your third month, after a quick point of information, you still have the floor.
Here we go again. My next question to you is, me and Attorney Williams has been in talks about what they trying to do. Not one time have I told Attorney Williams that I'm against. What I said was that I wanted to do my homework and just get myself up to speed, because it's a lot of moving parts being a councilman, and a lot of moving parts in the third ward, and a lot of other projects outside of the dispensaries that's trying to be proposed in the third ward. So I just wanted to do my homework.
Mr. Murphy, point of information. So just to be clear, this is speaking of the appeal of the ruling of the chair. That should be what is being discussed.
If you let me finish, then I'll be able to get to my point. But you stopped me in the middle of me getting my train of thought. If you allow space for me to speak, then you'll allow me to get to the point that I'm trying to make.
What's your point of?
Through you to the speaker, ain't that what you did to me? Now you asking to do the same thing for you? I withdraw the point of information. The point is made.
Mr. Murphy, please continue.
Thank you. So, Mr. Councilman Mays got to talking about my
That ain't how you establish an advisory committee made up of more than one person.
Mr. Mays, that's your time.
Ain't that
Madam
unbelievable?
Chair, I'd like to respond.
Who said that's my time?
The timer.
Y'all see why I don't vote for this nonsense? Let me wrap up by saying this. Miss Herkenroder wasn't here. You was here, Mr. Murphy. Priestley wasn't here. Mr. Piper, you wasn't here. You wasn't here, Miss Lewis, when we called a special meeting to discuss that and not keep folk here waiting. Y'all didn't show. Now you want to, in 5 minutes, try to fool these people
Mr.
and
Mays,
say
that's your
time
time.
and run out.
Thank
I'll
you.
discuss this till the cows come home and
Thank
then
you.
call another special meeting and see if you show
Mr.
up, Ms.
Mays,
Lewis.
that's
Thank
your
you so
time.
much. Let me be
Miss-
excused.
I would like to respond to Mr. Mays' comments.
Point of order.
Thank-
I didn't
thank
ask her to respond.
I understand,
If
but I want to
somebody else
respond.
got the flow.
Mr. Mays, that's
If
your
y'all
time.
done-
Mr.
point of
Mays, you
order.
asked to be excused.
Point of order. Look, the rules is 5 minutes per council person. If they want to use their time with her, I didn't. I used mine with me. Go to the next council person. She could have been here at the special meeting. Neely could have been here.
Mr.
They ain't
Mays, that is your
proceeded.
time. Thank you.
Point of order. What?
That is your time, and you asked to be excused.
Yeah, so go to the next council person. She
Mr.
could have
Mays,
been here
please
any
cease
day of the
talking.
week.
Again, yes.
And his threats of he go check us and all of this. I didn't get elected to get checked, and I don't take I take being checked as a threat and a bullying tactic.
Because when it gets 5 people who think they can read folks' mind, it gets a little dangerous. It gets a little dangerous
Point of
in this.
order.
What's your point of order?
Him talking about us 5 people and being dangerous is not germane to the Pacific special order on what we talking about.
His topic, his statement was.
Danger. He said danger.
Councilman Murphy. What he stated was it can get a little dangerous.
Okay.
We're talking about, but we can nitpick all night, and it's unfortunate that as adults we can all come here to get this done. And his statement was, and I don't agree with everything Councilman May says. Let me be clear. So now we're doing that. We're not in grade school. I mean, we don't do that because I listen to you. And
Point of information.
What's your point of information?
Who has the floor?
Councilman Mays has the floor. So can you finish up, Councilman Mays?
Yeah, Madam Chair, when we in a special order, when everybody speak, usually I'll finish up. But I shouldn't be told in a public meeting, like you're right, we ain't in grade school, finish up, sum up. I shouldn't be letting knuckleheads who don't understand the rules talk.
Councilman Mays,
Did I say their name? If knucklehead apply, it apply. Maybe they think I'm a knucklehead. Knuckleheads. Knuckleheadishness. Because Quincy Murphy ain't gonna change me. Allie Herkenroth ain't gonna change me. Miss Presley, you can vote with him, you ain't gonna change me. Miss Worthing ain't gonna change me. You know who I play to? The residents of the city of Flint in the first ward. They know it's some knuckleheadishness going on up here. I done seen 4, 5 council people disappear because they think I'm ignorant. I'm way more smarter than y'all give me credit for in these last 2 months, Mr. Murphy. You can talk till the cows come home. It ain't gonna work. Ms. Herkenroth can play her game of I'm so intelligent and he's ignorant till the cows come home. You gonna find out I'm not ignorant. I don't think so. Just keep watching and keep listening. May I be excused?
are you done? Yes, you can be excused. This is 5 minutes on
Hey,
this
and
stuff,
if I'm not here, let them all talk till the cows come home. Bunch of
Is there
knuckles.
any more discussion?
Yes.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
You're gonna give the floor to, yes, Councilwoman Murphy
I'm
Carter.
sitting here, I'm just confused. I heard the word knuckleheads. What's going on here? Did we get called knuckleheads? Now, look, I'm not gonna sit up here after working all day. I've been up since 6 o'clock this morning, and I don't know what's going on, but I'm not going to be called a knucklehead. Now, I think that, Councilman Mays could have refrained from calling individuals knuckleheads. That was like that time we got called banshees, Come on, we don't have to use knuckleheads, banshees. We don't have to call people out of their names. You know, just call it what it is.
Councilman Murphy want is some respect behind my position. And rather, Councilman Mays wants to think that he's senior counsel, been here however long or however he used to doing and talking to people, how he been talking to people. This councilman right here in the 3rd Ward is asking for respect by all means necessary. And my colleagues, my other colleagues, we have not had these kind of problems. And for somehow or another, he seems to feel that it's okay to cut into either me or my colleagues however he wants to. And I consider it as a bullying tactic. And one thing about me, and two things for certain, this councilman right here ain't worried about that one right there, that feel like he want to be able to talk to people.
Councilman Mays, are you taking your seat, sir? Because it is hard to hear. You're having a conversation. You're not in your seat with another council person. Please proceed.
So I'm just asking for my.
Go on with your statement.
I'm just asking for my colleagues, if y'all want to see some decency and an order, would y'all, when y'all we not here trying to take care of the business, would y'all pull this particular councilman to the side and let him know that he can't talk to me no any kind of way? And y'all keep saying we keep going back and forth with each other. I'm not about to let him sit here and talk to me no any kind of way. And all them names and all that stuff, I'm not worried about what he said. He got the right one with me, and I don't understand how y'all sit up here and support that foolishness that man is doing and how he calling people out and try to be a bully. This one right here is not worried about him whatsoever. So anytime he think he want to come my way, with whatever he doing, he can do all he want to do. Cause this one right here go stand on my ground. Cause I'm gonna be out there working and fighting for my neighborhood and for this city of Flint. And I'm not gonna let nobody like him stop what I came here and got elected to do.
I've read it. What do it have to look like to be a resume? It had a lot of good information in there for me. Do they have to have a name, address, and phone number on the top through you?
Point of information, Mr. Mays?
Remember,
From your chair?
when I do a point, you keep going. But
Point of information, Mr. Chair. A resume
I'm not the chair.
is,
You is.
yeah,
I'm Mr. May.
no kidding, Mr. Mays.
I ain't
Typically, a resume is actually created by the person
Point
who's
of order.
seeking the job.
Point of order.
Which this was
Point
not.
of order. You can't use a point of information to take the flow and make statements. You're wrong. May I continue?
Who can stop you, Mr. Mays?
The Lord Almighty. And sometime the devil.
Be it for me.
Beg your pardon? You interrupted me and stopping me once I had the flow. Had I went a half an hour before you did?
Do you have a point to make, Mr. Mays?
I was
Please
making
continue.
it and you interrupted me and you still here.
We're under discussion on a
I
motion.
already know what the rules is. Are you done?
Are you through, Mr. Mays?
No, I had the flow when you interrupted me with a point of order.
If you don't want to speak now, we'll continue with other discussion and or the
When I
vote.
was talking, you doing it, and I'm gonna repeat
I've
it.
asked you
Why are
2
you still
times.
talking? Just be
This is
quiet
the
and I can
third
continue.
time.
The
Please
third time
continue.
for what? You think I'm a fool, don't you? You out to make a fool of me? I'm appalled and take offense at the people like Miss Worthy, Miss Herkenroder, Mr. Murphy, and all these other people trying to shoot darts.
Point of order.
What's your point of order?
He is not germane to the subject matter, and being appalled our opinion or our vote don't have nothing to do with this subject matter. And we got 4 committees to deal with. We ain't even got to one resolution yet, and again.
Mr. Mays, could you please stay on topic?
Could you please rule whether or not I was on topic? That's the point of order. I yield to Mr. Griggs.
Thank you. If I ever talk over 3 minutes, like I told y'all before, dig a hole and throw me in it. That's just not how I work.
Be careful what you ask for.
Well, I know. dig me a hole.
I'll make that withdrawal, perhaps you could.
Point of order, am I yielding to these people?
I thought you had
I'm
finished.
not finished. I have one more item, and it's.
What do you mean, you people?
It won't.
Mitch, I'll have to ask you to leave if you keep talking.
Okay, we were told.
And so, as a part of the ARPA ad hoc committee, and as I wrap up, I was a part of selecting the committee and putting together the whole, putting together the process. We wanted to make sure this was as objective as possible. And yes, we didn't want individuals selecting their own person. We wanted people to be selected from their own merit, because that's the problem in the city. It's the homie hookup. We don't want the homie hookup. We were made abreast of so many new people.
Point of information. What is a homie hookup?
We were made abreast of so many people.
We trust all of you to represent the wards. It breaks my heart to hear someone say that is not my job. I do not have the time. I am not. I will not.
We is like being hostage here for over 8 hours. It should not take from 4:30 to 10, and we have not did anything on council meeting.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, this is Barbara Moore, and I want to go back to the discussion last week, whereby Tanya Burns, Councilwoman Tanya Burns, cited 29.6 as a rule that I was attacking. I wasn't attacking anyone when I mentioned about the finances that she and Eric Mays owe. That's public record. And the fact that I mentioned that, I'm sure she didn't like hearing that. But when you allow someone to call in and talk about Eva Worthing, call her worthless, you don't say a point of order. Then another person called in, said she was a nasty woman. Where did the point of order come from other than Councilman Mays? He did say something, but he told him you can say it, but you need to rephrase it. You know, so you don't pick and choose. And when it comes to me, I'm going to speak up for me. So if you're going to call me out of order, call the other people out of order. You're not going to gang up on me and Barbara Moore accept it. That's unacceptable to me. And focus on paying your bills. That's what you do. Do that. My property taxes, my wife, and behind. And prayerfully, it never will be. But I'm going to say it again. To be sitting on that council in 2 key positions, owing all the money, and when you talk about the deficit, you all owe almost $60,000 combined. That's a deficit. And you're talking about a $17 million deficit. Pay your bills, and it won't be such a high deficit.
Point of information.
Point of order. That's, thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Point of information through you to the speaker. Do you want to know the specifics of how much my personal bills are? Do you want to know every payment, what I get of my son, what I do? Are you really talking professionally or personally?
I'm talking factually. That's what I'm talking. You know, your records are there.
Excuse me, if Miss Moore, you can speak, but your information needs to be factual, and it's not, ma'am.
It is factual. It is factual. It's factual. I'm not slandering.
No, it's not.
I'm not slandering, and I'm not going to argue with you.
Can you mute the caller?
I'm not going to argue with you.
Janelle, please mute the caller.
Point of order.
Ms. Worthing.
If you're going to mute the caller, then I'm going to appeal the decision of the chair.
Then that's perfectly fine.
Please ask for a second.
Is there a second? Is there a second? Ms. Worthing, your appeal dies for lack of a second.
I will keep that in mind. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Janelle, next caller, please.
You just unmuted me, but I'm not going to talk because you don't want me to.
Ms. Moore, I honestly don't mind you talking, but I would like for you to have factual information. You don't.
I do
And if
have.
you would like factual, you do not. Unfortunately, ma'am, you do not. I do not owe $60,000. You have said that I don't have custody of my kids. You call in with non-factual information. If you want to be a part of the process, please be a positive part of the process.
Point of order.
What's your point of order, Ms. Worthing?
There's no talking with the public. You can either mute her or go on to the next person, but you're giving a dialogue.
Thank you. Your point of order has been acknowledged. Next caller, Janelle.
Too often when we get on the mic, we want to attack folks. We want to get in attack mode. It's not about attacking people. If we just put all that energy towards attacking people, towards helping Flint, we could get some great things done. So I just wanted to address that because it's always left on a negative note. We can't leave on a high note here. It's always something about the learned council. It's always something about the council person in the second ward.
Point of information, and it's always about removing the esteemed president.
That part. Councilwoman Lewis. Councilman Mays. That was an improper point of information. Councilwoman Lewis, you have the floor.
You can laugh at that. Thank you. Those kind of interruptions, not funny. So anyway, I just wanted just to be clear. So I'm looking forward to we or us doing some great things because you're already well on your way. You have much support in the second ward. And if you want any other resources, check out the Flint Second Ward page. I'm always posting opportunities and things for people to take advantage of because that's what we do. Thank you.
Thank you.
Would anyone else like to speak in the second round?
I watched the election in the second ward, Miss Lewis. We, get that we, because this folks helped with that park you talking about. And some of it was city resources. We. So I can't sit here as a politician seasoned. Man, maybe you figure you seasoned. But I hear what's being said, and I want folks to read between the lines and understand what we can do, what we have already done, more than one or two times, more than with one park. We.
Thank you, Mr. Mitchell. Next speaker, please.
Arthur Woodson. I was going to take this time to speak about something, but I need to address my councilwoman, Councilwoman Lewis. We, meaning me and others in Second Ward, voted for you. I didn't vote for a park ranger. I didn't think you was going to get on council and look for Yogi Bear and Boo Boo. My thing here is, on your paperwork, does it show the people who have lead in their homes how they can get pipes put in their homes? When you all spoke to Mike Brown, the water is not safe. We marched. We did a whole lot to get to where we are now. And you make it sound like just because you did a park, that Cyrus Park that moved all of Flint forward. And wow, Flint is the best looking place in the world just because Cyrus Park is done. We got Civic Park that needs to be done too. There's a whole lot of other areas in the Second Ward that needs to be done also. See, you talk about civility and negativity, and you try to point your finger at others when you got four pointing back at you. Because when you talk to Councilman Mays and others, you speak with a condescending tone and a condescending attitude, and you trying to check people in a different type of way, but we see what you're saying. I hadn't said anything to you, and you're gonna talk about a recall and all this and that. Still, thank you.
Dr. Lewis.
Thank you. So, thank you so much for all the speakers, and definitely would like to address my constituent. Thank you so much, Mr. Woods. I know you like the attention. But it's funny how when women voice their opinion, we're condescending and men are assertive. So I just like to just state the facts. The point is, I'll definitely wear the park ranger title with pride, and I'll tell Yogi and Boo Boo that you said hello. Because
Well, we just got a lecture about that.
I believe so, Mr. Mays.
I was thinking like you, but you gonna get in trouble.
All right, I'll be out the way.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I don't y'all think I'm hilarious?
No.
You better I sure can get angry.
You make me laugh, but it ain't because you're joking.
Hey, man, you gonna have gray hair before it's over with, man.
I already got it.
Yeah, I mean, once you use it just for me,
That's right. You can touch it, man.